Welcome back and welcome to another book talk. Today I am going to be talking about The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. As I mentioned in a recent book haul video, this book has been everywhere on social media. Everybody's been talking about it, and you can see on the front here there's even a quote from John Green. He talked about it in one of his Vlogbrothers videos. I'm going to read you the blurb so that you can sort of see what this book is all about, and then I'll let you know my thoughts. So it says, let's see that. 16-year-old Star Carter moves between two worlds, the poor black neighbourhood where she lives and the fancy suburban prep school she attends. The uneasy balance between these two worlds is shattered when Star witnesses the fatal shooting of her childhood best friend, Khalil, at the hands of a police officer. Khalil was unarmed. Soon afterward, Khalil's death is a national headline. Some are calling him a thug, maybe even a drug dealer and a gangbanger. Star's best friend at school suggests he may have had it coming. When it becomes clear the police have little interest in investigating the incident, protesters take to the streets and Star's neighbourhood becomes a war zone. What everyone wants to know is what really went down that night, and the only person alive who can answer that is Star. But what Star does or does not say could also destroy her community. It could also endanger her life. Angie Thomas's searing debut about an ordinary girl in extraordinary circumstances addresses issues of racism and police violence with intelligence, heart and unflinching honesty. And that last part there about this book being incredibly honest and dealing with these things in an honest way is so true. I don't think I've heard anybody in any sort of media or any sort of book whatsoever talking about the sort of police brutality and the victimization of the black community in the way that this book deals with this. I'm not gonna lie, this book is intense. I sort of picked it up thinking, oh yeah, you know, I'll read a good chunk of it and really, you know, get it done. But I found myself kind of having to read a bit, put it down, come back to it, just because what's going on in Star's community and what's going on with Star is really, really intense. She is a great main character to carry this story because she really does change between how she's like at school and what she's like in the neighbourhood, and this death and the attention that surrounds this death affects her and affects her family, and she changes as that goes on as well. She kind of starts off quite a sort of scared person, wanting to conform and wanting to fit in, and when she realises that, you know, it's her voice that can affect things, that really does change her. It's interesting seeing the relationships in this particular book because Star obviously goes to school with majority white people. There's one other black student in her year group at school, and it's thought that, you know, they should be in a relationship because they're the two black people, and she sort of comments that she seems to be the world authority on black people because she's black, but she doesn't know everything that's going on, and it threw up some things that I hadn't even thought about. As a teacher, I taught in a very, very multicultural school, and so this wasn't ever sort of something we encountered with there being just one student of one community. It's also interesting the way her family deals with it, and her family deals with the victimization. She has an uncle who's also a policeman, and she has friends who are members of the various gangs in the community, and this deals a lot with gangs and drugs as well. And I think, as I say, the best thing about this is just how honest and open this author is with her audience. This is a young adult book, and she doesn't mince her words. She doesn't sugarcoat anything from her audience. She says it how it is, and I think that that's one of the things that I'll definitely take away from this book. Although this book was intense, I'm so glad that I read it. All the hype about it on social media, all the other bloggers and vloggers talking about it, they're talking about it for a reason. It's a really eye-opening, interesting read. It's intense, but I think that you will take a lot away from it, and I definitely recommend giving this one a go. Okay, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I've got lots more book talks coming out soon. soon. Thanks for watching, and I will see you then. Bye.